Hi folks, Joanne with Joanne's Food Bites, and I wanted to show you our garden that we are starting. I've never had a garden before per se in the ground. Always done container gardening and herb gardening, but never like this. So I just wanted to come out here and show you what we're doing. Okay, so here's the garden. And you can see we picked out a spot, pretty level spot, but with a little slope, so we'll have some good drainage. And then we cut the grass really low, and then we started tilling the dirt, and now we have some Nature's Helper type soil amendment that we're going to till into the soil to get started. And we would have had more, but we're having problems with our tiller, so we've got to get that repaired before we can keep going. But we'll get this worked into the soil so it will work ideally for vegetables. I want to show you what other things I've been growing as well. Alright, well, this is this year's herb garden, and I'm kind of concerned that it's not getting morning sun. It is just getting after maybe 11 o'clock on, and it's really causing the soil to stay very moist. So I am a little bit concerned about that. I'm going to have to monitor it really close. We have oregano and some sweet basil, some tarragon. Love tarragon. They pair really well with mushrooms, if you didn't know. Some chives. This is a different kind of basil. A friend of my husband's gave him this plant, and as you can see, I'm getting a little bit of black rot, I think, on there. So I have been monitoring it for white flies, but I think I'm getting a little bit on there that I'm gonna have to monitor. Of course, I think that comes from the moist soil. And then of course we have parsley, and I think I have a little bit of germination on some new basil. So I have a few other herbs that we'll go check out here in just a sec. Okay, so now we're up on our deck, and yeah, we have to look at the glorious mountains, of course. But here is the last of my herbs, I believe. We have cilantro that I just planted the seedlings for. Have some rosemary. I actually had to cut back my rosemary bush that was probably 5 years old. It went from our old house to here, and it's still going. There is some citronella. We still have room to plant more. And I have 2 little seedlings of dill. You can see one right there, one right there. Okay, here I wanted to show you our tomatoes and peppers that we have going on. Planted these approximately 3 weeks ago. And we chose this particular location because it gets direct sun all day long. And if you didn't know, ooh, look at there, we're gonna have peppers soon. If you didn't know, you have to have tomato plants in absolute full sun to get the most out of your harvest. So that concludes Joanne's Food Bites today. If you would, please subscribe and stay tuned to see the progress of my garden, and get some tips and tricks on gardening for vegetables and herbs. And you can ask any questions you like, comment below, and please subscribe to Joanne's Food Bites. Thanks.